Collective, you know what? I'm not even really sure if I'm gonna figure out how to slice this video together or not, man. I just might just read the cards from here, man. I'm not sure. I might splice it together and show you the intro. But if I don't, the first card that came out, I was checking the energy, and it was card number 56 in the I Ching. It was fire over the mountain. That's not even a card. It was fire over the mountain. And what it said was, as a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to go back and try to splice this video together. Let me just read this one. It was 56. It's The Wanderer. And it says, fire burns over the surface of the mountain, destroying whatever is in its path and then moving on. The long life of the mountain is not greatly changed by this. That's a word. As a matter of fact, I'm going to splice video. Let's just go ahead and keep on with the read, collective. We're good. We're good. Let me get these cards 1 and 2 quick shuffles. Empress, 4 of Cups, just came out in reverse like that. But that's the way it looks anyway. Yes, it's the same energy we were dealing with, man. With the, how'd that happen? Is this the energy, collective? Is this the energy for you? That's your energy? What about these 2 cards that just like kind of came out my hand? I'm curious what they are. I don't know if they're part of our reading today, though. I'm asking this question too long. It's, these are our cards. These are our cards. And this is the way that they came out. And that's the way that we're taking them. It came out the Fool and the 5 of Swords in reverse. This is your reading, collective. Are you able to see this upright or... Okay, I think you are. Okay. So the way it needs to be... Okay, I've got to do everything backwards from my perspective because I'm trying to do this from your perspective. The Queen of Cups. This is going to be the general energy for us today. So let's put this energy up here. And it's just like what came out. Hey, what's going on, buddy? What's going on, buddy? What you got there, buddy? You got some cream of mushroom there? Come here, buddy. Everybody wants to... What's up? Were you licking this? Where'd you find that? You can play with that if you want to, man. Go ahead, man. It's Buddy the Good Old Dog family. Yeah, so it's the same thing that came out in the pre-shuffle. What was talking about, it said fire over the mountain. It was like talking about the wanderer, how somebody comes into your life and might leave, you know what I'm saying? Just pretty much, I guess, what is it referring to? Setting your mountain on fire? Is it setting your world on fire? Because you a mountain, because of your stability and because of your nature, it's like you're largely left unaffected, collective. Right? But there was a fire, it seems like, on your mountain. And that's kind of like what we're seeing here. You're the Queen of Cups. You're this loving creature. And right now, it seems like, collective, it's just like we were talking about as well when we saw that the 10 of Swords. Something is over, man. Something wasn't right. Something wasn't cool. Something is over. Don't worry about it. You off on a new beginning, man. You looking like that girl on the Titanic or something. You know what I'm saying? Looking free like that, but you by yourself. You holding yourself up. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's holding you up there at the bow of this ship. You up there yourself. And you looking good, collective. Doing it. What is that pool that's underneath you, man? That really reminds me of like some of the physics like research that I like to do. That looks like a hyperbolic tessellation, to be honest with you, man. It looks like a hyperbolic geometry. That is fascinating. This is you, collective. This is your new journey. This is your new life. This is the new world. And look at what you're leaving behind. Right? And then other cards, there was 10 swords. This is 5 swords. Right? And that's about what we saw. And that's about the way we were looking at it, collective. I didn't think you had 10 thoughts, 10 birds, 10, you know what I'm saying, chickens, whatever, you know what I'm saying, running around up in your head right now, man. Maybe 5. Okay? But even that's in reverse, man. You're done with this, collective. Collective, is that you in the background right there? Is that you in the background of that picture? You know, because here, if in the upright, that looks like spirit. But in the reverse, this is more like some kind of faded spirit. But this is really who you are, man. You out of this. You jumping, you leaping up there for joy. And this probably has a lot to do with this new good thing you have going on, collective. What is that in your hand? Collective, what in the world? Amazon, turn table lamp to bright white.
Okay.
Amazon, turntable lamp to soft white 100%.
I don't know how to set table lamp to that setting.
Amazon, set table lamp to soft white.
Okay.
Amazon, increase table lamp to 100%.
Okay.
Okay, what's that in your hand, collective? What are you holding? It looks like some kind of gift. But it really looks... Let me go and get my glasses, man. I'm trying to figure this out. What do you have in your hand? I know you have some kind of new beginning, collective. Huh. Am I gonna have to go and get my magnifying glass for this? I can't quite see it. Can you see it, collective? Looks like some kind of gift of power, man. You're holding it. You know what you're doing with it. And you're holding it over that hyperbolic geometry, that tessellation. Or maybe that's just a lotus flower. Anyway, it's beautiful, collective. It's beautiful. Let's go ahead and let's get some more energy. I got so distracted with that. Okay. And I should have got distracted with this, man. Because this is your energy, collective. This is what you're dealing with. Are you meditating these days? Are you practicing your meditation? You see that crown? Doesn't look like you're wearing a crown, but it looks like it's about to drop right down there onto your head. That's hot. It's a nice cup of love that you hold in there. I think we saw that coming out in the pre-shuffle with that self-love that you learn how to teach yourself, collective. All right, let's get into the energy. All right, looks like we have some 6 cups at the bottom of the deck, and that's what I thought. I mean, that's what's coming out today, collective. We got fire on top of the mountain. We got a wanderer coming through here, through your life. They left. Whatever. Okay, this card just came and flipped out crazy. Now, it looks like it came out upright. But I'm taking these cards for me in this perspective, and then I'm going to turn it around this way for you. So for me, this card came out in reverse. For you, collective, I think you are healing. You resting up. You're getting some rest. And that's all right. But somebody else, I'm just getting the sensation that somebody else is not doing as well as you are, collective. When I say that, I've never really noticed that heart just like tethered in this thing. It looks like it's like a piece of yarn inside of a bird's nest. Like it's one of the things that someone might collect and hold for comfort. And that's why I'm saying I don't think that's necessary. I think this is somebody else's energy blending in with our energy today, collective. And I think that what this is saying, I'm not trying to say that somebody's sick or anything like that. I'm not trying to get into that. I don't know. God forbid. I hope not. But what I think that I'm seeing here is somebody is collecting certain memories of you. Like they're a piece of red yarn that a bird would take to their nest as a keepsake. And perhaps that keepsake is allowing this this energy to rest a little bit easier at night. But it seems like it has something to do with thinking about you. I'm not even trying to get into that. I'm not sure where spirit is trying to take us right now, because that's what we're really dealing with, collective. I'm not trying to direct the energy. I'm not trying to control a single thing. We're trying to see what comes out in the energy, and we hope it's good. but this is weird energy, collective. Look at what happened. I didn't even look at where I split the deck before, but now I had to take a look at it. I was just curious. We had two things. This was the bottom of the deck. This is the past. Something from the past is thinking about you, collective. And this is the Five of Pentacles. It's like the past is feeling left out in the cold. Collective, I don't think that we are even really thinking about the past, even when the past comes back and confronts us, man. We're not doing it. We can think about it. I mean, we're not triggered by it. Let's go ahead and get some actual energy. I mean, that's what's going on with the at the bottom of the deck. There's some hidden energies here. Let's see what's really going on, though. This is still going to be kind of like general energy. Okay, this Five of Swords was in reverse. Okay, let's see which way this one came out. Now, this one, from my perspective, it came out in reverse. And so from your perspective, I'm going to put it in reverse as well. This looks like it's a collaboration. This could have been a third-party situation. Did a collaboration not work out for you, collective? Or is, like I said, it seems like we're dealing with somebody else's energy today. And that might be what's coming out. I don't like really dealing with other people's business too much. But if somebody was in our lives and seems like there was a collaboration that's not working out for somebody. Okay. All right, this came out in the upright. This is not our energy, collective. Are you heartbroken today? Look, collective. If we are the heartbroken collective, then I'm reading for the heartbroken collective. For the most part, I think we're part of the same collective. We're not heartbroken. We're not heartbroken. This came out in the upright. If it was the reverse, because we were heartbroken. There was things we had to get over, collective. This is somebody else's energy. Okay? So it's like these two came out in reverse, and it looks like this one is in upright. So for you, that should look upright. Okay, from your perspective, you know what I'm saying? We the same perspective, collective, really. Okay. These are the two other cards we're gonna take. They just flipped over, man. I'm not sure which. This is the direction I'm taking them, and they both came out in the upright. And but they flipped. So what I'm saying, what I'm thinking here is we're dealing with two different energies. We have our own energy collective. We never leave our own energy, but somebody else is in our energy as well. And what spirit is, I think, communicating to us is, like I said, these two different tracks of thought. These two came out in the upright. You got the strength. We had the Eight of Pentacles. So I think that this is you, collective. I mean, it's just like I said with that. Like I said with the I Ching card. You know, something came through your life, and it took you some strength to overcome it. You had to work through some things. That's for sure. Now you're working on something else. You got another gift that you're working on, and that's the way it is for us. But for somebody else, I think the energy that I'm getting is somebody put a lot of work on something, and yeah, I just got a confirmation in my ear because I'm listening to some music, and somebody put a lot of work on something, and yeah, I just got another confirmation. And as hard as they tried, I mean, this is the result. I mean, it really didn't work out. But just give me just one moment, collective. Let me just do a little bit of accounting here. Yes. Okay, I see. I see. Yes. Okay, so you notice we got 4 swords here. We have 3 swords here. And that's 7 swords, collective. We have 7 swords on the table. And the way that they're oriented in these other directions, I mean, from your perspective, collective, I think we're dealing with a 7 of swords in reverse. Somebody was definitely doing something shady, something underhanded. You know what I'm saying? You caught on to this, and you're over it. I mean, it's not like it didn't affect you, but it's a 10. You got over that. Then again, here we have the 3 pentacles and the 8 pentacles. That's 11 pentacles, which is, in the way the math is going to work out, it's going to be 2 pentacles on the next level. And the way that they're oriented up and down, it's showing 2 perspectives. It's 2 different ways of looking at it. Just like I said, you have something that you're working on. You're working on yourself. You're working on your self-love. You're doing that with strength. It took you strength to get over what you were dealing with, collective. But there's something else as well going on here too. And that would be 2 pentacles. Somebody was doing some kind of juggling. And what that resulted in, it was some kind of collaboration. It resulted in a serious setback for an entire group collaboration. And there was just nothing good that came out of it. Somebody got their heart broken. I know you did, collective. I believe you did. Because you put your heart into things when you do something. You put your heart into it. And, you know, collective, it didn't affect you permanently. It affected you deeply. But I mean, there's fire on the mountain, you know what I'm saying? Wasn't there a movie that came out called Fire on the Mountain? Was there a movie that came out called Fire on the Mountain? Amazon. Was there a movie called Fire on the Mountain?
Fire on the Mountain is a 1996 documentary film starring Jerry Archibald, Fritz Benedict, and Bill Bowerman. The film is 1 hour and 12 minutes long. The movie has a rating rating of 7.3 out of 10 on IMDb based on around 56 votes.
See, I'm sorry because you probably couldn't even hear that, collective. I want to ask one more question about Amazon. Was the movie Fire on the Mountain about alien abductions?
From thecollector.com, the movie was critically acclaimed and remains one of the most popular movies about alien abduction.
Okay. Amazon, stop. I don't know if you heard that, collective. Fire on the Mountain. That was a very interesting movie. This person was abducted by aliens in the movie, or at least that's the story that this person describes. It's a movie that's based on a documentary, and in this documentary, it was very striking as far as the cinematography is concerned, because in the cinematography in this movie, I don't know if you ever saw the movie, collective. It's like they're like, it's a strange gravity situation. It's like this guy is completely abducted onto this alien ship, and it's freaky. You talk about hyperbolic. I mean, it's a completely different perspective, all that type of thing. It's Fire on the Mountain. Is that what we're? Does that have something to do with it? Is that something that happened to you, collective? Did you have a Fire on the Mountain experience? Did you have a supernatural experience, soul family? You know, it's interesting that in the Bible, buddy, what are you doing, man? You going for the heater? Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. What you doing, good old buddy? What you doing down there? I just wanted to say hi to you good old dog. Oh my gosh, buddy. What you looking for, man? Buddy is so cool. Buddy is so cool. Anyway, what I was saying, collective. What was I saying? Man, I can't remember. Look, man, Spirit does that to me all the time. Oh, I know what it was. Spirit does that to me all the time, collective. You know, it's very disconcerting when Spirit speaks to you directly. You know, I don't know what's the most disconcerting thing is realizing that Spirit, you know, just like they told you when you were growing up, has the real capability and the incentive and the inclination to reach out to you like that, collective. It can be disconcerting when it happens, because you're like, man, I was just minding my business and now there's an angel in front of me, or a devil, a demon. Maybe it's an alien. It could be something for some people. I think it might be a ghost. But you know that the Holy Bible and the other Bibles as well. I mean, you got the apocryphal Bibles. You got you have the Eastern Orthodox Bible. You have the Roman Catholic Bible, the Ethiopian Bible. But I'm telling you, for the most part, if somebody's going to write a book and put it in the Bible, especially the King James Bible. The King James Bible, it's universally the case. With some of the apocryphal Bibles, this may or may not be the case. But what these books are about is strictly, solely, pretty much one category of stories. They're not stories about morality. That's not what the Bible is. Stories about morality, for sure. Stories about how to live our lives, you know, and be in harmony with God and Spirit, for sure. But the common thread that runs along all of these books is you have a person and they're living their life. They're thinking that life is one way. And it is. Life is what you make it. Life is what it seems, you know. It's the way it looks. But there are different levels to this thing too. And so the disconcerting thing, collective, might be that you are of a particular nature where you're able to see past the superficial nature of things. You're able to detect the sacred. When other people just see the natural, you might be able to see something that other people can't see. Or it could just be that the aliens just came down and got your ass, you know what I'm saying? Or the angels. In my case, you know, what my experience was witches, hex, humiliation ritual, whatever type of thing, man. You might have some demonic possession or something. I mean, whatever. What I'm going to describe, I'm just saying, in my situation, I saw something supernatural. It doesn't matter what it is. It was for me to see, right? Whatever you saw, whatever you experienced, collective, that's your experience. If you tell anybody else, they'll probably think you're crazy. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what people think about me. I care about you, collective. I care about you not feeling like you have to be alone in this situation. Somebody might come through your life and run through it, right? They might set your whole world on fire. And that could be a natural or a normal experience, or it could be tied in with something that is arcane, supernatural, dark, demonic in origin. It's been like that for me before, right? The first situation that I had, it was witchcraft. It was a hex, for sure. But the second time I had the supernatural experience, it was a relationship that resulted in some kind of demonic, satanic attack. You know? The thing is, when we're talking about the Bible, I don't know if you believe in the Bible or not. People believe in the Bible different ways. Sometimes people think the Bible is a code book. Sometimes people think the Bible is half made up. Sometimes people think the people in the Bible were old, and because they were old in olden times and they didn't know as much. Some people think that they were advanced civilizations, man. I mean, it's probably a mix of all of those. But the point is, when you're looking at the books in the Bible, there's a common chord that runs through it. People are living their lives, and then something happens that shakes their whole world up. Their parents probably told them about angels and God and the devil when they were growing up as well. But then they got to a point where they like 30, 50, 40, 70. And then they see an angel for themselves. You know what I'm saying? And they write a book about it. And that book is the book that survives the passage of time. So, all I'm saying is, collective, I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying? It seems like that might be something that we might be dealing with, man. Did you have a fire on the mountain? I'm not going to tell you to keep it to yourself. All I'm saying is, this is your collective right here, family. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if people think I'm crazy or not. What I care about is my collective right now. Let's see what comes out in the energy, man. Let's do another line here. Let me change this perspective back. Okay, let me try not to turn off the camera this time, collective. Is that good? Let's see if we can make it work. What you doing, buddy? Okay. All right. Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Queen of Swords on the split. What does this mean, collective? This is definitely you. We got Queen of Cups. That's your headline energy. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. This is you, collective. All of this is you. You a loving creature that's a... Oh, that's not Queen of Pentacles. That's Four of Pentacles. It's Four of Pentacles. And that's Queen of Swords for sure. Huh. So something, you're holding on to something. Let's see what comes out. Let's see what comes out. Okay. Okay, this card just flipped all over the place. This is exactly what I thought. It's the Empress. And again, it's going to be two different ways of looking at this, man. Let's see how it comes out. Did it come out in reverse? I'm going to keep it in upright. Because collective, I know you in upright. But this Empress is telling this story. Let's see what the story is. Got a Ten of Swords in reverse. Okay? And again, everything here is coming out both ways. We got your energy here, but it's somebody else's energy as well. This is Ten of Swords in reverse. Okay. We got Two of Swords in reverse. Ten of Swords, Two of Swords. That's going to be Three of Swords in reverse again. Okay. Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Six of Pentacles. Ten of Cups. 10, 10. This came out in reverse. Family situation. Goodness. We got a Star, collective. I wish it was upright, but it's in reverse. Okay. Yeah, the Empress, it could have been upright or reverse. This whole row could have just about been in reverse. But I know that Ten of Swords in reverse. We're going to take that Empress upright, that Two of Swords. I shouldn't have put them down like this, but this is the way we're taking it anyway. I put them down like this for a reason. Because like I said, everything could go in reverse. Collective, you're the Empress. You're the Star. It was a family situation. It didn't work out. There was something you didn't see. You have that situation blocked for the most part. You got over it. But there's something else that's going on as well, because there's another way of looking at this where everything is the other way around, or most of this is the other way around. Where there is something that someone is seeing. There is a betrayal. And the thing that really got me is it just seemed, I mean, we're going to take that Star in the upright, but I definitely saw it in reverse. Somebody fell off. Somebody had a real falling off of their grace. Okay. Like I said, this isn't really our energy in the first place, collective. And it's just murky and mucky. I don't really even want to deal with it too much. And I'm not. And we're just gonna leave it for today. What we got? We got fire on the mountain. I mean, at the very least, collective, you live in your life, man. And something came along and shook up your foundation, shook you to the core. Took you out of yourself, and you were gone for a while. And by the time you came back, you didn't know who you were, and you were completely discombobulated about your situation. And it has something to do with somebody doing some shadiness. It was some group activity. Somebody put some work in. Had something to do with some family situation. And you're over it. It was fire on your mountain, but you're a mountain. You're stable. It doesn't touch you too much. Let's just get a little bit of clarifying energy here. Let me just switch decks. I don't like this deck, man, just because of the energy. It's not bad energy. It's not ours. And we're really not trying to deal with other people's, the things that they placed in the entire situation right now, collective. We're not trying to deal with that. I already shuffled this deck as well. I just pulled out some cards. Let me just see where the deck split. 9 of Cups. Okay, this is a little bit better. This is your wish fulfillment. Either that or somebody getting drunk right now. Somebody doing a lot of drinking. But like I said, we're looking at both of this in both ways. I mean, our energy is our energy, man. But it's just like somebody's thinking about you a whole lot. Right? You're going to have your wish fulfillment, but somebody else is getting drunk right now. Right? Or doing something. They doing something to try to... I'm going to clarify these two cards right here. Looks like we got some kind of Empress. And somebody's either resting, healing up, or somebody just like I said, caught up in some pathological ways. Or I'm not saying pathological, but they reminiscing about you, collector. Okay. We have 5 of Swords right there at the bottom. That's the same 5 of Swords from before. So let's go ahead and clarify these two. Okay. Exactly. This came out on the side, which is exactly the way it should have come out. Because this is two different energies. Somebody is obsessed with you, collective. Somebody's obsessed with you. And on the other hand, you completely got over something. You're not obsessed with something at all anymore, collective. That's exactly what's going on here. You resting and healing up, and somebody's sitting over there being obsessed with you at this point. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. 10 of Swords in reverse. Or 3 of Pentacles in reverse, or vice versa, or both of these in reverse, or both of them in the upright. Okay, so now what we have here is Wheel of Fortune. This is somebody's karma. Your karma is coming in with collaborations, friendships, and like I said, you're getting over this situation, but somebody else's karma. It's just the that same way that you got put up in your head, dealing with the actions that were being taking place by this group. Somebody else is completely they stuck in their head right now, and they stay calm. It's not for us to really think about or concern ourselves with too much. I'm really ready for a different reading. The next reading. I see where this is going, and we're gonna wrap this up. Okay, let's clarify these next two cards. It looks like what's this? 3 of Swords, 2 of Swords, 5 Swords in the upright or in the reverse. Depends on your way of looking at it. 5 Swords. This is the 3rd time we've seen that. Okay. 5 Swords split up into 2 and 3. Yeah. Family situation. This had to do with a 10 of Cups. That's what all this is about. This next one is the 10 of Cups and the Strength card. and they're oriented in the opposite way as one another. This is just, something that happened with your life, collective. Something that happened with your family. You know what it was. I can't even. What card is this? What did I just say, collective? You know what it was. You know what it was. Collective. Collective. You the star. And you minding your own business. It looks like you're working on something. Looks like you got something that you're working on. And somebody else, whatever work they did, man, they fell off more. What they did didn't work. And they fell off, man. They fell off. And whatever. Collective, let's go ahead and get some clarifying energy on this thing that's happened. This is you. This is your work. This is your healing. This is your wish fulfillment. And this is somebody else's thoughts up in their head about you that they're going to have to deal with, I guess. Let's see. Okay. Did the card just come out? Yes, it did. This is our card. Uh-huh. Exactly. And you can take it either way, man. It's nine of swords in reverse. And I mean, nine of swords is not good. You up in your head, nine of swords in reverse. That's even worse, man. And that's what we dealing with, collective. We sitting over here, a little bit caught up in this past energy, collective. And I mean, what are you gonna do about it, man? Collective, we have more healing that needs to take place. And but I'll tell you, man, I believe that the way that we are going to as a matter of fact, let me just tell a story. I was watching the A-Team yesterday. I saw a pretty good episode. I'm gonna see if I can make this really quick. In the A-Team, you got Hannibal, right? He's like leader of the A-Team, right? You got Murdoch. He's like, and these were guys. They were in a particular unit in Vietnam, and when they were like framed for a crime, the A-Team, they're framed for a crime, and so they're still like fugitives, like over in the real world. But so they do these jobs, whatever. So on this particular job, though, they were called to go back to Vietnam, and they were actually helping the person that was hunting them to track down his estranged daughter that he had in Vietnam, right? And so when I'm watching this episode, you have like the main characters. You got like, for instance, Hannibal and Murdoch. And they were the ones that were having this conversation that's relevant. And they're having these flashbacks during the episode. And they keep flashing back to that time. It goes back to this black and white flashback of these war scenes. And you just know that whatever they saw in Vietnam was horrible, and it caused them some PTSD, collective. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with the A-Team or not, but in this show, Hannibal is the colonel. He's like the leader of this unit, and Murdoch was a captain, but he was like the pilot. So Hannibal was like the commanding officer. Murdoch is he lost his mind over in Vietnam. He's in the VA psychiatric facility. When they came back from Vietnam. And so on this mission, they have to return to Vietnam to help this colonel or this other guy that's actually hunting them, but they decided to help him anyway. They go to Vietnam to try to unite him with his daughter. And while they're over there, they're heading over there, they're doing a mission, they're having all these flashbacks. And so Murdoch asked his colonel, he says, Hannibal, like this is close to the end of the episode. He's like, did you think about, you know that we were coming back over here. Did you think about it a lot? This is what Hannibal said. This is what I was getting to. Hannibal said, I remembered it, but I didn't think about it. Now Hannibal knows he has to be the leader of this group. And Murdoch, man, you just have to see the episode. The episode is kind of deep. It's just the A-Team. It's, Stephen J. can nail all his shows. I like his shows, man. But the point is, hero shows. I like hero shows. The point is, Murdoch is vulnerable. He was hurt. His mind was broken. Whatever happened over in Vietnam. He kept having these flashbacks. He asked the colonel, hey, man, I can't stop thinking about it. Were you thinking about it? Hey, man, I thought about it. He said, I remembered it, but I didn't think about it. That's what I think that might be what we have to be collective. We have to do our shadow work. We have to come to grips with it. But if we already did that, if we already did our shadow work, if we already processed our grief, we still gonna have to deal with our grief for sure. But if we've already processed it, we don't have to be 5 swords about it. We don't have to be 10 swords about it. Not anymore. We don't have to be 3 swords about it, collective. We could be 1 sword about it. And then we can just remember that. And we don't have to think about it. We don't have to dwell on it. And we can if we want to. But right now, I'm going to get out of that energy, collective. And let's finish up this reading. I'm going to pull one of these. Just one. Let's get the one. Okay. This is the one right here. What does that say? I have no idea. I can't read it from that perspective. You trust Jesus. Your spirit is grounded in trust. Seems kind of interesting that I would write this card. You read it. You trust Jesus. Then I said PBUH, which is praise be upon him. 33. It's a master number. Your spirit is grounded in trust. I can't say that I know why I wrote that or what is the relevance of that right now in collective. But I'll tell you, when I read it, it totally seems relevant. I'll tell you, collective, when it comes down to it, you can trust Jesus. I'm not even sure what else you can trust. But you can trust your Lord Jesus. You just got to get to know him, man. Okay. Anyway, man, that's what came out in the energy today, collective. Maybe one more. Let's see here. That's what came out in the energy today. Wait, let's get one more. This is the one. This one seems just as weird and arcane. How did I write this? It doesn't matter how it seems to yourself or to others. The deepest truth is that you really love. It doesn't matter how it seems to yourself or to others. The deepest truth, collective, is that you really love. It's like 9 of Wands there. Hey man, it's a tough way to be, family. You feel like the wounded warrior from loving hard like that. Don't think about it too much. But when it comes down to it, there's a deep truth that I know about you, collective. And I like it. I like it. I like you. And I just hope the best for you. I hope, I pray, I endeavor the best for you, collective. All right, that's enough time for this reading for today. Love you, collective. More time. Peace. See?